Hello students, welcome to the online teaching session of Academic World School Bemitra. Today we are here with the continuation lecture of class 10 physics. The topic is magnetic effects of current. The topic that we will study today is electromagnetic induction. In my previous video, we studied that whenever one current carrying conductor is kept in a magnetic field, then it experiences one force. You must have observed that the motor is working on the principle of force produced by a current carrying conductor kept in a magnetic field. So, is it possible that if we move some conductor in a magnetic field and we can produce electricity? This was discovered by Michael Faraday. Michael Faraday, in one of its experiments, he experimented that whenever a magnet is brought near any current carrying any coil, ordinary coil, then a current is produced in it. One coil and near this coil one magnet. So how will we come to know that there is some current produced in it? For that we need some instrument, and that instrument is called galvanometer. What is a galvanometer? A galvanometer is an instrument which shows deflection when current flows through it. That galvanometer will be connected here. The pointer of the galvanometer always remains in the middle. Whenever current will flow, it will tilt or deflect in that particular direction. So by knowing the direction of the needle, you can say that yes, there is a flow of current or not. So what Michael Faraday did, he first took the North Pole and brought it towards it. Now you know North Pole will have this kind of magnetic line of forces. So when the magnetic lines will intercepted by this coil, then there is a electric current produced in that. That current is called induced current. What is induced current? A current which is produced due to electromagnetic induction is called induced current. Here, when North Pole will come towards the coil, then there will be current produced, and let us say the galvanometer shows deflection on one side, say right. So I will draw one table. North needle going towards it is right hand side. Then if the north compass, if the north pole of the magnet is brought away, in that case the deflection will be just opposite on the left side. Now you turn the side. This time you take south pole on this side. So when the south pole is approaching, then it is just opposite to north pole approaching. And when south pole is receding, it is similar to north pole approaching. Okay, so this is the table by which you can remember in which side deflection will happen. Okay, so the deflection takes place like this. North pole approaching right hand side, north pole receding left hand side, south pole approaching left hand side, and south pole receding, it is right hand side. Okay, So here we come to know about two things. One is galvanometer and the other one is induced current. What is induced current? The current produced as a result of motion of coil and magnet. See, when the magnet will move, then only you will receive this induced current. The other way is you move the coil, keep the magnet stationary and move the coil. So either the magnet or the coil has to move in order to produce the current, induced current. Okay. So write down some definition. Definition of electromagnetic induction. The definition of electromagnetic induction says, when a conductor or a coil moves in a uniform or changing magnetic field, when a conductor or a coil moves in a magnetic field, perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field, then an induced current is produced. This is called electromagnetic induction. So for electromagnetic induction, it is necessary that either the coil or the magnet must move. Okay. So here we have seen induced current is produced, but it tells nothing about the direction of the induced current. In order to know in which direction the induced current will be flowing, we need another rule, and that is Fleming's right hand rule. Now we will learn about the Fleming's right hand rule. So Fleming's right hand rule first of all know what is the use of Fleming's right hand rule. Fleming's right hand rule is used to know the direction of the induced current. It tells the direction of induced current. So this is its use. Now what is the statement? According to it, if okay, so according to Fleming's right hand rule, if you stretch your forefinger, middle finger and thumb mutually perpendicular to each other such that the forefinger is towards the magnetic field, thumb is in the direction in which the coil is moving, then the middle finger will give you the direction of the induced current. According to it, if you stretch the forefinger if you stretch the forefinger, middle finger, and thumb of your right hand, mutually perpendicular. Mutually perpendicular means perpendicular to each one. So if you see, this is perpendicular to this is perpendicular to this, and these two also. All of them are perpendicular in one another, mutually perpendicular. Then the forefinger pointing towards magnetic field, the thumb in the direction of motion, then middle finger gives the direction of, the middle finger gives the direction of induced current. So this is the statement of Fleming's right hand rule. I will explain you with the diagram. Let's draw the right hand thumb rule. Okay, so this is Fleming's right hand rule. According to this rule, the forefinger is towards magnetic field, the thumb is towards motion. Motion means velocity. So I will write bracket V, magnetic field. Then the middle finger gives you the direction of induced current. Okay, so Fleming's right hand rule, it says if you stretch your forefinger, middle finger and thumb of your right hand such that forefinger is pointing towards magnetic field, thumb is towards the motion of the conductor, then middle finger will tell you the direction of the induced current in the conductor. I hope you have understood. This is the statement and this is the diagram for this. Now let's see one application, how we will apply the Fleming's right hand rule. So here I will draw one magnetic field for you. Let us say these lines, these dots, they are magnetic lines cross section and lines are emerging out from the whiteboard. Okay, here. Imagine that the magnetic lines are emerging from the board out of the plane and there is a conductor. This is a conductor of length L and it is AB. The direction of the conductor of motion is from your left hand side to right hand side. Now see, the magnetic lines are emerging out. So the forefinger will be towards outward. The direction of motion of this conductor AB is from left to right. So thumb is for, see here, thumb in the direction of the motion. So where will you keep your thumb? Thumb will be from left to right. So what is the direction of the middle finger? Downward. So here only you can find out the current will flow from A to B. So you will write the direction of induced current will be from A to B. This is the simplest example for the application of right hand rule, Fleming's right hand rule. Here we have seen in today's that when electromagnetic induction is there, then the current will be produced in a conductor that is moving in a magnetic field. Either you move the magnet or the coil. This experiment was designed by Michael Faraday, and I also told you about one instrument called galvanometer. The galvanometer tells you the direction. We learnt about one new type of current that is called induced current. Okay, and we have finally studied right hand rule, which is given by Fleming for finding the direction of the induced current whenever there is motion between the coil and the magnet. Some of the application of this we will be seeing in our next videos. Till the time you study, complete your assignment of today's video. In our coming video, I will explain you how induced current is produced in a large scale for making of the generator. That will be our next video. Thank you.